Hey guys, it's Ash coming at you with a Shadowhunters TV show versus the movie versus the book. I thought I'd create this video in anticipation of Chain of Gold coming out very soon to a bookstore or library near you, or e-reader, whatever floats your boat. I am so excited to read this next book by Cassandra Clare, and I thought I would share my opinion on her books. Oh, well, specifically the first book in the first series, as opposed to the movie and the TV show, because The Mortal Instruments has had a lot of its name in the buzz in media. Now, I am aware that the show was canceled and that the movies never got a second one, but the books are ongoing, and so that makes this conversation completely relevant. Thank you. This is a disclaimer. This video contains spoilers for the first 3 books in the Mortal Instruments series, and contains spoilers for the movie and the TV show, as well as the books, if that wasn't clear. Please do not watch if you do not want to be spoiled. Proceed with caution. Thank you. Have a nice day. Let's get started, shall we? Now, I'd like to start off by stating that this is going to be one hell of a biased argument, because I am very much a fan of the books, not so much a fan of the TV show, and the movie falls in the middle. So it's pretty easy there. It's pretty, like, cut, clean, and dry. That being said, let's get into it. So, to kick things off, I need you to understand that the show is the absolute worst representation of the series. I am not a fan of it. I gave it 3 chances. It flatlined every single chance. I mean, like, it could have done what the movie was trying to do and gone with that and run with it and made the movie fans happy. Or it could have gone with the books and made the book fans happy. But no, it took the most generic ideas of both of the plots and the most topical version of each of the plot points, throw it in a book bag, threw it on its back, and went on a fucking 5K in the wrong direction. Like, I'm talking, this bitch was supposed to end up on Park Slope, and it wakes up in the Central Park duck pond. Like, no memory of how it got there, completely confused. People staring at it going, what the fuck just happened? That is the TV show in a nutshell, like, at least in my opinion. Now, it only has a few redeeming qualities, in my personal opinion, because people are entitled to their own personal opinions. Its redeeming qualities are, they chose one hell of a good Magnus, they chose a very hot Alec, and, okay, don't get me wrong, Jace is cute, but I can't see him as anything other than Christian, Vasilisa Dragomir's true love in Vampire Academy. I'm sorry, I can't. It just don't work for me any other way. My biggest issue is the fact that, one, it gives out spoilers that unless you read the books, you would have no idea that they were spoilers for everything. Like, literally, it spoils the entire series with one episode, and that episode is the Alice Through the Looking Glass episode, because that was one of the episodes that I tried to give it a chance on, and it didn't work out. The show basically addresses all of the plot errors that it made in the first season, and all of the plot errors it was going to make, and all of just, like, the fuck-ups it was gonna do. In the Alice Through the Looking Glass series, Clary travels to another dimension, and in that dimension, she kind of sees everybody if Shadowhunters weren't needed. If, like, the good fight was fought long ago, demons were vanquished, nothing is needed, downworlders are... And I just would like to point out, first of all, it's suggesting that they would all be in New York because of this. Not true. Because if you think about it, they would have all been, like, in England, but we're just gonna ignore the fact that literally all of our main characters except for Max and Simon and Clary were born in New York. And Clary was only born in New York because Jocelyn was running from Valentine. So, but okay, some weird, strange occurrence of events brings them all together in New York, and they all happen to know each other in this massive city, and like know each other from something somehow, no clue, don't understand. First of all, it's like, yeah, Valentine is Clary's father. Not Jace's, but Clary's. Because Clary is dating Jace in that alternate world. Which means Jace is not her brother in that alternate world. And that alternate world is supposed to be the exact world, except if demons weren't there. So how would somebody exist if demons weren't there, but like not exist? And you know, like how would you exist as a child to somebody? Like it genetically is not possible. The other issue I have is if demons didn't exist in this world and they were eradicated, yeah, you know where I'm going. Jonathan should have been represented as well. They should have been like, oh, your brother's off in college right now because he's your older brother, you know, like, oh, your brother called. Like, they don't even have to say his name, but they could be like, oh, your brother called. But no, it's suggesting that in this alternate world, she's an only child. I'm confused too. It spoils everything, honestly. And a lot of people didn't even realize it, and if they did, they had no issue with it. I did. Let's talk about the fatal page in City of Glass. Whenever somebody looks at you and just says that page number, you kind of die inside a little bit, because somebody died on that page. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about Max. Now, in the TV show, Max, for some fucking reason, lives. Like, okay, do not get me wrong. Max is my baby. I'm so happy he gets to live in some form. But all of the motivations of the characters are suddenly lost. Suddenly, Clary has a vendetta instead of Isabella having the vendetta. Just all of these issues, because instead of Max dying because of Sebastian, like Max is supposed to, fucking Jocelyn dies. Jocelyn still has a key part to play. This is like the first season too, or like the second season. Either way, what the fuck? Like, how on earth are you going to kill off Jocelyn when she still has a lot to do in the plot lines, rather than kill off Max, whose kind of purpose in the plot is to show that all wars have casualties and all wars can tear families apart, because it's not just the Lightwoods family who gets torn apart. The Penhallows get torn apart. The Blackthorns get torn apart. Like, please explain. No, but like, really, like, no, please. I'm waiting. How? I also just weirdly had this thing against Catherine McNamara. Like, I didn't like her in one of the movies. I don't like her in Arrow right now. Like, so when she's playing my favorite character ever, she just fallen short for me. Like, but I'll tell you who played Clary perfectly. That'd be Lily Collins, who is the goddess. And I'll tell you who played Jace properly. That would be Jamie Campbell Bower, who is God sent beauty. Beautiful. Beauty. I genuinely, actually, kind of really liked the movie. I didn't at the beginning. I didn't like it when I first started watching it. I just had something against it. I started reading the book 7 months before the movie was announced. Roughly 7 months. Like, I can't remember exactly because the movie was released a while ago. Despite the fact that this didn't get a second movie, which I know why, and I really respect Cassie for saying that, like, it was not gonna get a second movie, and I respect her for saying, like, this is not gonna work out. Despite all of that, I really do like the movie. I do acknowledge the issues that it has plot-wise, like, you know, the whole Dumont scene, which kind of drives me crazy. Instead of doing the BDSM style torture on Simon, they could have done the rat scene. I feel like the rat scene says a lot, and they would have run into issues had they done a second movie and would have had to get themselves out of it very creatively, because Simon's character, as you well know, turns into a vampire in the second book. So, with him being a vampire in the second book, shouldn't he have, like, done the rat thing in the first movie? You know, because the whole rat scene, it saves the vampires from having broken the Accords because they thought they were taking one of their own, not taking somebody that was under protection from the Shadowhunters. So first of all, in the movie, they would have technically broken the Accords. I mean, so would have the Shadowhunters, because they entered in the hotel under circumstances that they shouldn't have. But the vampires would have technically been breaking the Accords, having kidnapped Simon knowingly. And then also the whole issue of, it shows two bite mark, like a bite mark on his shoulder in the movie, which we know does not actually happen, because he bit the vampire as a rat rather than the vampires biting him, because the way that you get turned into a vampire in this world is you ingest some of their blood, and while you have their blood in your system, like you've ingested it, you're gonna feel a call to them, and when you go to them and they fucking murder you with their teeth and their gnashing and their killing and shit, but they don't like fully kill you, you are then to be buried in a cemetery, and you claw your way out, and then you're a fledgling and you're all hungry and shit, and you've got to eat. So how would they have done that with Simon being bitten rather than Simon doing the biting? Again, with this BDSM style torture. You know, we had our issues with the location of the final battle, with the location of the portal, like, but otherwise I give this 4 dimensions out of 5. I don't think we're going to get the adaptation level of Harry Potter that we are wanting. I'm talking, like, not even Wingardium Leviosa can raise the adaptations to the level that the bar has been set at by the book. And the reason why I love the book so much is because it's the purest form of the author's intentions, and it is the purest and most untampered version that you can get without it being the pure manuscript. I acknowledge there's always issues with certain things, but this is as the author intended it. The author has to be like, yeah, alright, yeah, that works. I like that. Like, even when it goes through an editor, the author still has some say, because it's the author's written work. I don't think screenwriters really understand when they're doing certain adaptations what the effect on the fandom will be, and the effect on this fandom is their demon blood of screenwriting is just fucking our entire lives up, and our lives depend on them not fucking up for at least 5 minutes, please. I truly love the books. They are my favorite. I wanted to elaborate on the differences between each adaptation and the original works, and I find it really important to do that. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I don't like certain things about certain things. You might not like the books, but you love the TV show. I know some people who like the TV show and will not read the books. I don't understand. I know some people who absolutely hate the movie but like the TV show and like the book. I know people who hate both the TV show and the books but like the movie. Like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion for their own reasons. I personally will always choose the book. Sorry about the angle change and everything like that. It stopped recording and like I thought I lost it, so I started re-recording and then it showed up, and I just went on a very emotional journey that lasted about 13 minutes. But the point is, I will always choose the book. It is always going to be my favorite thing. Hope you enjoyed, and I plan on doing a massive reread. Anticipation of Chain of Gold coming out very soon. I'm very nervous. There's over 20 books. I have over 20 books to read before Chain of Gold comes out. Some of these books are honkin' big. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about the TV show, the movie, and the book. Or, tell me what your favorite is. Tell me if you agree with me. Tell me if you completely disagree with me. I would love to have a healthy and civil discussion in the comments down below about what our favorites are and why. See you in the next video. Bye. Hey guys! So, I have exciting news. So I didn't post this video last week like I intended because today is January 14th, and if you are in fact a Shadowhunters fan, then you may know that Fairy Loot had an exclusive box with an exclusive edition of Chain of Gold coming out, and I just got my order confirmation for it. I am so excited. I'm like genuinely excited. I don't normally order special editions of anything or anything like that or whatnot, but I did with this, and I am very excited, and I promise to do a first impressions unboxing, which will be my first unboxing on this channel as well. So it's given me something to look forward to over the next 2 months. But anyways, thank you so much, and look forward to that coming out. Or if you're watching this and it's already come out, be sure to check it out, because if you liked me being an awkward fangirl in this video, then you're gonna freaking love me unboxing. That's all I'm saying. Alright, bye.